Hey everybody, so this is basically a follow-up to an earlier Apple video that I had done where I was kind of explaining why I can't stand Apple. And this right here is from uh, the lawsuit that who is Epic is having against Apple. And basically the lawsuit is about how, if I understand it correctly, Epic thinks that you, the consumer, ought to be able to install apps that are not on the App Store because the App Store charges its developers 30% of the download fee. So, like if you pay $10 for an app, $3 of that is going to Apple, and they offer no value other than having the App Store. But then they limit people so that you can't put anything on there if it's not on the App Store, which is different from Android, where yeah, they have the Play Store, but there are like alternative Play Stores you can use, and you can sideload apps. And with Android, um, there are a couple of like security things that you might have to change or check, but you can do it. Whereas with Apple, again, they think you're stupid, and so they just don't let you do it. You're too stupid to understand how their fancy magical machines work, so just stay in your lane and keep your mouth shut. And like literally, so this guy who was testifying is Craig Federighi. He was the marketing guy, I think. Software engineering guy, sorry. So what he says here is since the Mac OS, like their MacBooks and stuff, is a specialist tool for people who know how to navigate the complexities of a powerful system, in other words, people who know how to use a computer, they can make that so that you can install whatever you want. But on iPads and iPhones, they don't want to do that because they're for simple, stupid people. So let's see. Mac users expect a degree of flexibility that is useful to what they do. So apparently, iOS users don't expect that flexibility. They just want to have not be able to change anything and only do what Apple says. Because famously, what's his name? Steve Jobs had said at one point, we something like people don't know what they want until you tell them what they want, which is bullshit. Basically, he was such an egotistical, conceited asshole that he wouldn't listen to what other people want. But whatever, that's another story. Um, let's see, where's the other part that I was going to get to here? At any rate, you can read through the article. It's on The Verge, but basically, it's saying that iOS is made for stupid people, and that here we are, and that macOS is made for smart people because macOS is a real computer. Yeah, with iOS, we were able to create something where children, heck, even infants, can operate an iOS device and be safe in doing so. So it's a really different product. And what's even more interesting about that last part, about it being a really different product, is that now that iPhones, iPads, and Macs all run on the M1 chip, their custom ARM processor, they're really a lot more similar today than they were even a year or two ago. Even though, yeah, they're different operating systems, of course. But this is just Apple forcing you to do their thing. And the problem is, like, you might look at it and say, okay, the difference between $7 and $10 is only $3. I don't really care. But it's not just the cost to you, it's the cost to the developer. So there are a lot of developers out there who want to get away from iOS, or are not, or are getting away from iOS, or only develop for Android because of that exorbitant, ridiculous cost. And it's just an Apple tax. It's just a fee. And so either they pass that cost on to you completely directly, or they don't do it. The other part is to become an Apple developer, you've got to pay something like $1,000. And there are certainly some great developers out there who could make wonderful apps for iOS who aren't going to do it because they don't want to pay that fee. Whereas if you were to start to develop an app for Android, you can download Android Studio completely for free. You can create anything you want, and you can sideload it onto a phone if you want to. You can create your own app store if you want to. And they don't stop you from doing that. And the idea is it takes a little bit more technical expertise to sideload apps and to get those things, running in the first place. So Android is still inherently secure, and as secure as the Play Store could be, or the Apple App Store could be, because most people aren't going to sideload those apps and aren't going to get them from a different place or install them in a different way. But for the people who want to, on Android they can, on iOS they can't, because Apple thinks you're stupid. So that's the point. I just wanted to say that I was right when I said it before, that Apple thinks you're stupid. And this is coming from Apple's software engineering head. Sorry, Apple sucks.